the 137th staging of the championships. It's the one that most want to win.
Each year, the world's top tennis players gather at Wimbledon, the oldest and most prestigious tournament. Held on the iconic grass courts in London, England, it's synonymous with excellence and tradition. But the Wimbledon title had eluded South African players since the 80s. Until this year, when one of our own finally broke through.
And this time Montjane getting forward like you wanted to see and showcasing her hand skills.
𝗧𝗵𝗶𝗀𝗆, just outside Polokwane, a township like many others in South Africa, faces high levels of unemployment and poverty, with few sporting heroes and even fewer sporting facilities. But against all odds, a Wimbledon champion has emerged from this very place.
Local wheelchair tennis star Kgothatso Montjane made history when she won this year's women's wheelchair doubles title with Japan's 𝗀𝗵𝗶𝗴𝗶, marking her place in the history books.
𝗀𝗵𝗶𝗴𝗶 and Montjane are the Wimbledon champions.
The first time in 40 years that a South African has won a Wimbledon final. With 29 singles titles and doubles victories at the French Open and US Open, Kgothatso is one of South Africa's most decorated tennis players. It is this latest win, though, that has truly captured the nation's heart.
𝗀𝗵𝗶𝗴𝗶 and 𝗂𝗵𝗵𝗶 Montjane.
I just want to thank my support back home and thank you.
What is it like being on that hallowed turf?
You just feel like a star. Put your racket back, they're calling your name, and you're like, this is it. For me as a wheelchair tennis athlete, it makes us believe that you know, we are being treated equally with the everybody. They keep us on that same level. They feel what we are doing, you know. South Africa can also be like, we are out there with the world, you know, so that's what fills my heart, that the people are happy.
Like her achievements on the court, Kgothatso's life has been defined by overcoming significant obstacles. Born with a congenital disorder that affected her hands and legs, she had her left leg amputated when she was just 12.
I went to a special school and I've seen a lot of kids go to hospital, you know, go and be operated. For me, when it was my turn, I just saw it as one of those, now it's my turn, that, you know, I'm the one.
But in her community, she found it challenging to adjust to life after the amputation.
Were you ever treated differently by the other kids?
Back home, yes, in the streets, you know, I feel like I was too slow for them, but I didn't know that because they don't want to play with me with other games. But where we're just sitting, it's fine. But where we have to run around, no one wants to play. But it used to not make sense.
Her mother, Margaret Montjane, nurtured a sense of independence and pride in her. Bit by bit, Kgothatso found her confidence.
Kgothatso was always active. That is why, at the end of the day, I did not see Kgothatso is a disabled child, because now doing everything like a normal person. Kgothatso went to the street and played with other children. Kgothatso na emela gage ene o ka se mo rope.
When would you say the bug bit for tennis?
I personally wasn't so keen to do it, but the school or the teacher wasn't asking me if can you go and try it. They were telling me you're going to go and try it and represent the school.
With no tennis facilities, the budding player had to be resourceful.
I mean, we used to play in the school hall and divide the entire hall with chairs.
Okay.
And yeah, the other one will be on the other side. And then we didn't have like the right dimensions of the court. We didn't even mark up the lines.
But Kgothatso's natural talent soon saw her excelling at provincial level and then earning her national colors.
It's simply so many cups. We were happy, supporting her.
In 2013, destiny knocked on the door when rookie Kgothatso earned her place in one of the 4 major international tennis tournaments, the Australian Open.
You know, it's like, this is a good opportunity to travel, see the world. I mean, I'm still young. And then I was like, oh, Grand Slams and the other tournaments. Because I'm there, everyone is talking about wanting to watch Serena, Roger Federer. I mean, I'm just like, who are those people, you know?
Although she didn't reach the final stages, she was steadily carving out a name for herself in the world of wheelchair tennis. But just 5 years later, her promising career was under threat.
2018 was the end of my career, actually, because we didn't have any sponsors. Wheelchair tennis wasn't funded anymore. And as players, we needed to go out and look for our own sponsorships.
Tennis is an expensive sport, and losing sponsorships meant Kgothatso couldn't afford to compete at the highest level.
I just told myself, need to drafting a sponsorship proposal, and yeah, trying to send to people who I thought would really help.
To help, yeah.
I starting to try to revamp my CV, even though I was worried. I have no work experience.
Fortunately, Kgothatso didn't have to give up on her dream. Her search for new sponsors paid off, and with the support of a sports management company and former First Lady 𝗀𝗵𝗶𝘀, she was back on track. Though she continues to compete, she's now committed to paving the way for younger players. With manager 𝗃𝗵𝗶𝘀, she has started a foundation to build facilities for disabled students.
We really want to plow back to the community through infrastructure building, in particular in the community that needs help. Kids with disabilities are looked the other way around, they're not given a chance.
I don't want the next generation to suffer like I did.
Feeling inspired or perhaps a bit overzealous, I couldn't resist challenging the champ.
Are you serving first?
Oh, that's if you will be able to return the serve.
She reckons I won't be able to return the serve.
Oh.
Was that in? Was that in? That was out. The direction of the wind is going wrong.
Since you know there's the wind, then play with control.
The women's doubles final on Wimbledon's iconic centre court this month was the most important match of Kgothatso's life, the culmination of countless struggles and near misses.
It's the top seeds against the second seeds.
That moment, take us through it. What happened?
Actually, I lost my first serve in that particular set, and we were 2 love down. I was like, visualize, breathe. This is the moment where you're gonna make it.
Years of experience played their part, and she held her nerve.
I played over her head, and her partner gets the ball, plays it back to me. I'm like, even better. I'm gonna play a drop shot. And I just hear you at the back saying, come on! And then I hear the umpire calling it out, and I'm just kind of like, we did it.
Makes a little bit of Wimbledon history.
Congratulations to Tina and 𝗀𝗍𝗃 for putting a good fight, and to Wimbledon for having us this year in big numbers. So it means our sport is growing.
Yes, deserving winners.
This week, Polokwane erupted in celebration as Kgothatso brought her trophy home.
First black African who won Wimbledon for England to play. 1, 2, 3!
An icon of the game, Kgothatso has not only shown us what's possible, but has inspired a generation to reach for their dreams.